Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafran people, when the mothers of Biafra speak, the whole world they listen. When the mothers of Biafra speak, the whole world they pay attention. Today, I want you to hear the plea, the call from the mothers of Biafra to that zoo called Nigeria. If you're ready, listen to the plea. Then I'll come back. Listen.
We've watched with disappointment and pain in our hearts as our dear president watch as some Nigerians, people like Reno Omokri, Fani Kayode, and Ruben Nabat, make statements that is capable of setting this country on fire, and they watch without doing anything about it. We're here when one of the SND in Ajawo Estate made a similar statement. He was arrested, incarcerated for nothing. And we also demand that the federal government dismantle with immediate effect all the checkpoints, all the military checkpoints in the southeast. If the militaries could be in the southeast and we have this high level of crime in the southeast, I don't think we are safe in the hands of the military. We call on the governors of the southeast, raise vigilante groups. Let each community go and raise vigilante groups to guide yourself.
Is our children they are killing are standing our ground today to say no to all this. Otherwise, we'll all become not just widows, but childless.
Another thing we want to also talk about is that the federal government should please release NNAMDI so that we will have absolute peace in the southeast.
Onye kanga kpo mama o he. Onye kanga kpo mama o he. Onye kanga kpo mama. Onye kanga kpo mama o he. Onye kanga kpo mama. Mama. Onye kanga kpo mama. Mommy. Onye kanga kpo mama o. Now who I go call mother oh hey. Onye kanga kpo mama oh hey. Onye kanga kpo mama oh hey. Now who I go call mama. Now who I go call mama. I say now who I go call mama. Onye kanga kpo mama oh hey. Fellow Biafrans, our mother have they've spoken. In the war front, there is a golden adage that says, no women, no kids. But when the mothers of Biafra are coming out and speaking this way, it shows you there is fire on the mountain. If the mothers of Biafra are coming out to speak this way, it tells you the problem has escalated. We all heard about the Aba women's riot when the white men were doing what they were doing, taxing us, taxing our women, and even when you are doing well, you get taxed more. They came out and spoke. People were killed. Our mothers were killed by the white man. They fell, they died from the bullets, the pellets, the gunpowders of the white man. Today, they have come to re-echo the words that our leaders, like Ojukwu, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa has been saying. When we speak this way, they say, no, blame Simon Ekpa, he's the killer of his people. When Nnamdi Kanu spoke, they said, no, don't believe him. He wants to break Nigeria. They went to Kenya to kidnap him. But today, our mothers have come out, singing the same tune from the same hymn book. That tells you the problem has escalated. The last thing I want to see is for the mothers of Biafra come out this way to speak. But the way things are, it is inevitable because the men, when we come out to speak, they kind of blame us. They connive and they give us a bad name. And today, those that were speaking for us, NNAMDI Kanu is in the custody of the DSS, and Simon Ekpa is being held somewhere in Finland. Fellow Biafrans, the hour has come. The time has come for us to do what is right. To the whole world, it means a lot when the mothers of Biafra come out to speak. It means a lot when the women of Biafra take that front row, that frontline role, to speak to the oppressors. What Nigeria has done us is something that no human being, no people should go through. No race, no tribe, no nation should go through what Nigeria has put us through. We are calling on the whole world. We are calling on Finland, America, to please come to our aid. Because when we, the men, we react, when we take the bold steps, somehow they bribe those around us. They bribe those amongst us to call us killers, to tag us terrorists. Today, the Nigerian government, they have tagged the 80 million Biafrans as terrorists. They've called us terrorists, IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. Even with the name, it tells you it is those that own the land. They have tagged the indigenous people of Biafra as terrorists. We've been proscribed in Nigeria. It means anyone that calls the name IPOB can be killed at sight or can be sent to jail. To Finland, to the president of Finland, this is the cry, the sentiments that we, the people of Biafra, wish to re-echo. We want you to please rethink and reconsider. Understand that the plight of Simon Ekpa is mainly because the people of Biafra has called upon him. We've given him that responsibility to lead us. The demands of our mothers is exact demand of Simon Ekpa. But today, somehow, Finland has allowed Nigeria to cajole them into holding Simon Ekpa, and they are calling him a terrorist. Today, Finland has allowed their reputation to be tainted by a third world country called Nigeria. You know the status of Nigeria, even their documentation. Everywhere they go around the whole world, they are seen as criminals. Finland, you know this, but somehow, for the first time, you are taking the account of the Nigerian government and you are holding it as absolute against Simon Ekpa. Our mothers have called out, demanding the release of NNAMDI Kanu, demanding the dismantling of the Nigerian police and military all around the land of Biafra. They have called out on tribalism, nepotism, high-handedness on the people of Biafra. That when we speak the way the other tribe they speak, it's a problem. The other tribes can insult us, can swear to kill us on sight. Nothing is done. But the moment a Biafran man speaks out, he is the most wanted, dead or alive. To America, I'm calling upon you, the President of America, President Donald J. Trump. We are calling upon you again because we are peaceful people. We, the Biafrans, all we want is peace. All we want is to be allowed to govern ourselves. Because ever since we've been in Nigeria, we have seen nothing good come to the land of Biafra. In Biafra land, you cannot feel the presence of the so-called federal government when it comes to their fiscal policies and their monetary policies. There is no capital project going on in the land of Biafra for all these years. Hence, we are saying it's enough. Enough is enough. You have stolen from us enough. We own the resources used to run Nigeria. But the other tribes that have their own resources, those that have their gold and the rest, when it's time to remit revenue to the middle, to the center, they connive with their investors and they bring upon terrorism into Nigeria. And ever since the gold being mined from Zamfara in Oyo State and the rest of them, not even a penny has been remitted to their so-called federal government. To the whole world, I beg of you to please listen to the cries of our mothers. The mothers of Biafra have come out. They have come out and they have spoken. Please, I beg of you, listen to the cries of the mothers of Biafra. Because when we the men speak, they attack us terrorists. They say we want to divide the country. They blame on us. They bribe those around us to blackmail us. To Finland, America, and Britain, this falls on your desk. To Britain, we know you know what is going on. To Britain, we say you are responsible for what is happening in the land of Biafra. Britain, you're at fault. You came to Africa. You saw 3 different nations, 3 warring nations that were never friends, that were independent of themselves. And somehow, for ease of administration, you didn't care about their culture, their way of life. You chose to bring them together. You chose to make them one. And since that day till today, there have been no peace. There is no love lost amongst the 3 tribes. To the whole world, this is our story. This is why we, the Biafrans, we declared our independence on the 29th of November, 2024. One more time, I want you to hear the cries, the plea of the mothers of Biafra. They've come out. They have come out. And this will be the last straw. This will be the last straw. Because we've done everything possible, everything humanly possible to break away peacefully from Nigeria, but they've refused. Listen to the cries, the demand of the mothers of Biafra. And I'll come back. Listen. Very, very sad. Very, very sad one. Pay attention and listen.
We've watched with disappointment and pain in our hearts as our dear president watch as some Nigerians, people like Rena Omokri, Fani Kayode, and Ruben Abbott, make statements that is capable of setting this country on fire, and they watch without doing anything about it. We are here when one of the SND in Ajawo Estate made a similar statement. He was arrested, incarcerated for nothing. And we also demand that the federal government dismantle with immediate effect all the checkpoints, all the military checkpoints in the southeast. If the militaries could be in the southeast and we have this high level of crime in the southeast, I don't think we are safe in the hands of the military. We call on the governors of the southeast, raise vigilante groups. Let each community go and raise vigilante groups to guide yourself.
Is our children they are killing are standing our ground today to say no to all this. Otherwise, we'll all become not just widows, but childless.
Another thing we want to also talk about is that the federal government should please release NNAMDI so that we will have absolute peace in the southeast.
You've heard all my people, you've heard the cries, the plea from the mothers of Biafra. The genuine concerns have been raised. What we've been saying all these years, today, our mothers have come out to speak. And their demands are clear for the whole world to listen to. We demand the release of NNAMDI Kanu. And we demand that the Nigerian military checkpoints be dismantled in the land of Biafra. If they claim we're not at war, then we demand all the checkpoints in Biafra land be dismantled. Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans, for listening, and friends of Biafra. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear.
Think you can continue to kill our people? We must defend ourselves. Self-defense is our right. And as Nigeria has continued to kill Biafrans, we will continue to defend ourselves. As you've come to kill us last year, last 2 years, this year, we will continue to defend ourselves and our territory.
Biafra, anozim na Biafra ugbu Simon Ekpa Njoko. Mundozo gas no sopurugi. Hey! Welcome more! Ejijiri henile! Welcome Kamwagi! Eminem retire 2014. But Biafra. We are in Biafra. And you know na Biafra.
Yes.
No na-eme ihe niile na kemgbe agara m rehapụtala kemgbe kama ahụ adịghị nne m mụ na nne m anọgide na California ma eburu ya n'ụlọ ya gawa gakwuru okike ya ma lọghachi n'afọ a oke mmadụ enwe m okwu achọkwanụ m kama achọ m ka ị mara na ịbụ Chineke. You are God. You are. Do you understand that? You are God. And the other gods you work with. I don't expect anything in life. I deal with whatever I see as I see it.
Yes.
I didn't think. I didn't put it into perspective, into any type of perspective. Seeing today. Yes. And that I'm seeing today, I'm experiencing today. Ozuworum, I am content.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, my Prime Minister, there is no name under the earth that fits you. There is no name. Chineke abrakwala no wede ho. Njoko. Onye pana na aga close to Njoko ya fokwa ibitu ya aka. Njoko.
Thank you. So right, I continue from there and
Superstars Media. Freedom's gonna come. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. I'm fighting for Biafra, fighting for Oduduwa. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. NNAMDI Kanu is the leader. Yeah. We fight for liberation of the people, of the nation. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. Freedom's gonna come.
Salty Dog.
Superstar, what the fuck have you created?